Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And y'all know how we do it. Before we get started, we got to give a shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. And you know how we do. Before we even get started, we got to shout out our ladies of the CU aunties for always stopping by, showing love, showing support, tweeting out the video, showing love, So when y'all see them in the comment section or see them in the chat when we are live, make sure you pay homage and show those ladies some respect and say what's up and tell them thank you for all the love and support that they give us here at the lunch table. But y'all know how we do. It's the 4th of July. We don't care nothing about that. Let's get this party started. As we know, it's been a major debate about who is going to start from day one on the Cleveland Browns. Will it be the young Shedeur Sanders? Will it be young Dylan Gabriel? Will it be the veteran Kenny Pickett? Or will it be the old man Joe Flacco? And evidently, it's up to the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, and some say it's up to Kevin Stefanski and the GM Andrew Berry. Me, personally, I think 12 should start, and it's become obvious that Shedeur is the best quarterback on the Cleveland Browns and the best quarterback they have in their room. And it will become more and more obvious as training camp progresses and as things unfold, getting closer and closer to the season. The Browns screwed themselves by drafting Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round and turning right back around and drafting Shedeur in the 2nd round, when we all know that Shedeur should have been drafted in the 2nd round off the jump. But the reason most people are not in on Shedeur as much as they should be is because Browns fans don't want to be disappointed, because they've had so many quarterback mishaps, so many missteps, that they don't want to go all in on a quarterback and be disappointed. And G. Bush explains this kind of on 92.3 The Fan. So we're going to let G. Bush hit y'all in y'all fields, and then I'm going to come back and break it down to you a little bit more. Let's go.
Where I come out on the Shedeur Sanders thing specifically.
Yeah.
The Deshaun Watson things was so bad for certain people. The Baker Mayfield thing was so disruptive for certain people that everybody is just saying, no, I don't want to make no decision or nothing. Please smack me in the face and just show me.
Okay.
But smack
make
me.
Make it obvious.
Make me love you.
Yeah, make it obvious. Yeah.
Right? And so I think that's why there's so many people at arm's length distance. Like,
so where was the hurt, or where was the distrust happening there with Shedeur for some people over a stretch where he didn't play football, though? Because he said it wasn't the speeding, said it wasn't the car incident, wasn't anything to do with that. What happened in this 3-week stretch?
There is a level of, if you talk to people, and I think it's this, there's a level of them not understanding whether or not it's optimism or hype. You can be optimistic about somebody and not be hyping them. I can see Shedeur Sanders throw the ball well and say, man, I liked him at number 2 or number 33. If I liked him at 2 or 33, of course I'm going to be ecstatic, and I got him in the 5th round. Yeah. I think he could be a franchise quarterback, and we got him for free.
Yeah.
People assume that it's you just hyping him up because they don't think you know what a real quarterback is supposed to look like.
Correct, G. Bush. And that's G. Bush on 92.3 The Fan on the afternoon drive. But like I've been saying, Cleveland in itself as a franchise hasn't built their franchise correctly. They're currently just looking for lightning in a bottle with a quarterback instead of developing a good quarterback. Kevin Stefanski, who was hired in a COVID season, Baker Mayfield was here when he got here. Then he got Watson. But what did they do in those years around Baker Mayfield, around Deshaun Watson? They didn't build. They went and got one player here, one receiver there. They didn't continuously try to make their team better. Just like now. I'm going to do that in another video because this front office, this quarterback, this coaching staff and the GM, all of them should be fired after this season. Because if you're looking forward to next season, to drafting another quarterback, every last one of y'all should be fired. And you should be fired as soon as the season is over with. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But Herm Edwards was on the biggest hater show, which was, Coach JB. And Herm Edwards said, hell, I would start the rookies. Even if it's close. Why waste your time on a veteran quarterback? Just start the rookies and get it over with.
I think he's going to win the job. I've known him since a little kid. All right, I know Deion. And I think the Deion factor, that bravado, that's why teams kind of went, we don't want this, right? But I didn't think he would drop that far.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When you decided to draft him, you knew what you were going to get, and they didn't want all that attention. They said, we don't want this. People say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because the bonus you get when you're a first-round pick compared to a fifth-round pick, you never make up that money. Okay, he'll be a starter and all that. Eventually, hopefully that really works out for him. But at the end of the day, man, it was like me being a free agent. I didn't get drafted.
Right.
That money I could have been drafted, okay, I never see that money. Not like it's a big deal, but people say, well, that ain't a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. You go from a first-round pick to a third-round pick or a fourth-round pick.
Made more money in college.
Yeah.
Correct.
Are you saying starter day one, or he's going to earn the job as the season goes?
If I was there, I'm playing the rookie. I used to tell the veterans this. If it's even with you and a rookie, I'm going to play the rookie because all you have is experience.
That's it.
That's all you got. The only way you're going to get experience is play. So if you let it be even, don't let it be even because I'm going to play the young guy because he's going to get better.
Yeah.
You can't get no better because you flatline now. But this rookie, only thing he don't have is experience. And that's what Dick Vermeil told me. He says, hey, man, you're a rookie. He says, you know what I got to do with you? I said, well, coach, I got to start you. He threw me out there. He says, you go play.
Just me every day, hands-on experience.
Man, exactly. If it's close, you play the rookie. But we already know it's close. With Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel has to beat so many odds to be great or be good in the NFL, which he can be. But so many odds are stacked against Dylan Gabriel being under 6 feet, left-handed, and they starting quarterback in the NFL. It's hard to do. Height really doesn't play a major part. Being left-handed plays a major part. There's only 2 starting left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL, which is Tua and what's his name in Atlanta comes out of Washington. That's it. Michael Penix Jr. That's it. Those are the only 2 left-handed quarterbacks in the league. And to be able to, those are a lot of odds to beat, but it's not impossible. Dylan Gabriel can do it, But Shedeur is the better option because he fits this offensive scheme better than anyone. Plus, he's run it. He's used to it. Everybody keeps hollering about the verbiage and the lingo. That's not hard to fix. A good quarterback is what you have. And you should develop that quarterback into something. But let's take the time out to ask y'all to like and subscribe and leave your comments down in the comment section of this video. But on Get Up, everybody's saying the same thing. Now everybody's starting to flow in the same direction. Shedeur is your best option. Shedeur is where you should go. It's not going to change. Everybody's saying the same thing. Shedeur is the best option you have at quarterback. So what are you waiting for? Let's go.
From a player's perspective, and usually in a quarterback room, you have roles, right? You have your older veteran like a Joe Flacco. You have your starter. We don't know who that's going to be. I don't think Coach Stefanski knows who that's going to be. And then you'll have your young guys. Now, obviously, you have two young guys in Shedeur-Sanders and Dillon Gabriel. So I'm assuming one of them is maybe trade capital at some point. And then you still have Deshaun Watson, who's returning at some point as well. This just looks like another issue for the Browns. And if you're trying to compete in this division where you have Joe Burrow, you have Lamar Jackson, obviously Aaron Rodgers with the Pittsburgh Steelers, you need to know who your quarterback is at this point. Like, you can't go into training camp saying, all right, well, we're just going to roll the ball out there and figure out who the best guy is. You need to have a pecking order. This team needs to know who the leader is. And at this point in the offseason, I'm just not really liking where the Browns are because of the quarterback conundrum. I would start the season with a Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett, one of the two, because they're veterans. And I would then keep Shedeur-Sanders, try to trade Dillon Gabriel. Ultimately, I would try to move forward with Shedeur and try to develop him and let him be your future.
Exactly. I've always said Shedeur should not start the first game of the season. But game 3, game 4, oh, let's go. Let's go. Then we can get busy. Starting game 1, I'm not all for that. Game 2, game 3, game 4, yeah, we can get busy with that. We can play ball. We can start then. Not first game of the year. No. But after 3, yeah, we can go. That can be done. And everybody is saying the same thing, except for Mayor Captain and Tony Grossi. And we really don't care what they talk about. There's too many people saying that's it versus the few that's saying that's not it. He shouldn't be. He should. No, let's go. Consensus was he was the best second 1 or 2 in the NFL draft. That hasn't changed. Only thing changed about Shedeur is where he was picked in the draft. His talent hasn't lessened. His arm hasn't gotten worse. His vision hasn't deteriorated. So what the hell are we doing? So what? He was drafted at 144. He's still better than everything you got in that locker room. Dan Orlowski.
If this offense is going under Kevin Stefanski, at least rumors to what it was a couple years ago, he's perfect for it. Because he's perfect for the under center, play action, control the line of scrimmage, see the defense, get from 1 to 2 to 3 quickly, or 1 to 2 to 3, he's got to do it more quickly. But he's custom made for that. But the way that he thinks and the way that he can see something on the board, take it to a walkthrough, and then bring it to a practice, that's how you win. He has to force that organization to play him because he's so impressive. And it will start this week, and then it will start for them to say, let's give him reps versus our #1 defense in training camp and see how he does.
And you know, most of my videos are courtesy of Jackie because he cuts them up and breaks them down, and I just grab them. And most of them are the truth. And Dan Orlowski says it again. He's the best fit for this system. He's the best quarterback they have in the quarterback room. I don't know why people keep bringing up Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is not playing for the Cleveland Browns ever again. If they let him play, they stupid. It's just that simple. If they looking to draft another quarterback next season, the general manager and their head coach need to be fired. Because this was a wasted draft. If you are trying to draft another quarterback next season, you have wasted 6 draft picks in this draft that could have made your team better, and everybody needs to be fired. You wasted 3 draft picks on Shedeur-Sanders alone. Everybody needs to be fired. Just that simple, without question. And I'm going to say it again, but I'm going to make a video about it, and then we're going to talk about it. But I'm going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy your 4th of July. Make sure you have fun with your family and friends. This is a day to celebrate with your people. I don't care what your feelings are. It's an off day for most people. So enjoy your day off. I had my independence celebration on Juneteenth. This is just a normal day for me. We're going to celebrate to celebrate. Barbecue everywhere for everybody. Y'all make sure y'all show some love to the CU1Ts. Click on one of these videos somewhere. Enjoy your holiday. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good day. Peace.